Friends, welcome back to our weekly live coaching session. Today, I got super pumped up. To be honest, I wasn't even planning on hopping on here, but I was just going through a bunch of stuff and I was like, this, people need to know this immediately. So that's why I'm here. Um, I hope you guys are all doing well. Um, Wherever you are in the world and whatever is going on for you. If you are new here, I am Julie. I am the coach in this group. I like to go on rants, on lives, but I like to give you real information to actually help you reach your fitness goals um, and kind of sort through all that BS that you see on Instagram, on Facebook, all those little things. Like, if you're that person who said, I've tried everything, welcome, because you haven't tried everything yet, and I'm here to help you. Okay, so what are we talking about today? We are talking about what is probably missing from your fitness program. So I've heard this many times from people. They're like, one, they've tried everything. That's like, somehow everyone's tried everything. That's a common between all of us. We've all tried everything. It never seems to work. It doesn't last. We can't figure it out. And we're always kind of like jumping from program to program. And what the heck's going on? I'm just not getting the results that I'm looking for. So I definitely can relate. Um, I definitely was always like, if the plan is good enough, if this is like the perfect plan for me, then of course I'm going to be successful, right? If it's the right exercises for me, if it's the right, coach for me, if it's the right, nutrition plan for me, of course it's going to work for me. But then things didn't work. I was like, this coach, maybe they're not good. Maybe they don't truly understand me. Um, Maybe I was like, oh, I've been diagnosed with a thyroid autoimmune disease. I'm like, but my doctor can't help me, so that means I'm doomed. I'm never gonna be able to achieve these things I want to achieve. Um, have you ever said things like that? I know in the past when I've had different coaches or coaching programs, like I'd start to get mad when I would not be seeing the results that I wanted after 3 months. Or the thing was, when I look back now, I was seeing results, but they weren't this like grand result that I thought I would achieve in like 12 weeks. So it's one thing I'm going to call you out. If you've said you've tried everything, you haven't. You maybe have tried a lot of different things, but you haven't tried the thing long enough to get good results. That being said, what I am going to talk about today is what is missing from these exercise and nutrition plans that ends up that leaves you not being successful long term. And so you don't need a coach for this. You don't need any fancy equipment. You maybe need pen and paper. You can use the notepad on your phone, whatever it is. You need to look at who is your future self. And kind of like how they say, dress for the job you want. You gotta start dressing like the person you want to be. Because what happens is, and there's a lot of things that could to unpack here and could be the reason for this, like things that happened in your childhood or that are happening right now. And you just truly, like for myself, like my doctors are never able to help me with this thyroid condition. It's never quite good enough, and I'm always left feeling crappy. Um, and so in my head, I do believe that this is something that I'm never going to get over, right? And I'm telling myself I'm a person with a chronic condition that will never be well. And this could be something, maybe something happened in your childhood. You're like, I was bullied as a child, so I'm never going to be successful. I'm never going to have support from others, so I can't. It's easy for me not to support myself. There's so many different reasons of what you might believe about yourself and just past experiences that have led you to this point. And of course, you've lived your life up to this point believing that about yourself. Um, so a lot of times what happens is, like, if you are overweight or You are telling yourself, I've tried everything. Like you don't believe that you're good enough to ever actually achieve the results. Like it's something inside of you that just doesn't work. So you just can't lose body fat. I'm not built to lose body fat, whatever it is. Or everyone in my family is overweight, so I'm used to seeing those types of habits. That's how they live their life. Whatever it is, drinking pop soda, just like processed foods all the time, whatever it is. So you've built this identity around yourself that is that. And you might be like, oh, I'm doing certain things to get away from that, but it's kind of deeply ingrained in you, and it's hard to move away from that. But you can, and then that's how it. I want to say it's simple, but it's not easy. So it really is looking at who is the person I want to become. What is it? What is it? Is it a fit, healthy person? Awesome. Like write that down. What are the habits that that person is doing? Or like picture yourself in like a year or two, and you're like the fit person that you want to be. What are the habits that they do? What is it like when they wake up? What are their thoughts like when maybe they eat a cookie? Is it guilt and shame and just being like, you can never do this? Or they're like, hey, you ate a cookie, cool, let's move on. So really digging in to the details about who this fit person is, who you are as the fit person. What does that look like? Um, and honestly, start acting like that right now. And you're like, but I don't even know what to do in the gym. My gym is over here. So that's why I'm pointing at it. You can't see it. It's there. But start acting like that person right now. Just like, hey, if I'm like, let's say in 2 years I'm that fit person and they're thinking about skipping the workout, what's this fit person saying? They're like, you know what, no, just go do something, or even go for a walk. They just kind of start doing something, and start doing that right now. And here's the thing, you're not going to believe it right now. You are going to have so much resistance telling yourself that you're this fit person and that you are capable of making healthy choices, and you can go out with friends and still make the healthy choices. It's gonna, in your brain, is gonna be like, we aren't this person, we're not this person. But keep going. You have to keep going. Consistency is everything with your exercise, nutrition, and how your mindset is. You can't just answer those questions. Who's my fit self, and write it down, and then see you later, never look at it again. This is something I would put it on a post-it note. I don't know if you guys know this. I freaking love notes on post-it notes, and stick them places so that you see it all the time. Like maybe it's like on the top of your screen, and it's so every time you look up. One, I would make it say "fix your posture" because we're all sitting at our desks, super shit. That would also be like, I'm a fit person who chooses healthy things. I trust in myself to choose the thing towards my fitness goal. So not a huge ton of info, but it is a lot to think about, okay? And I can promise you, if you start to change how you identify with yourself, what you believe about yourself, these thoughts, you're always going to have shitty thoughts to your head. Like our brain, I think, if you don't know this now, but the stuff you think isn't always true. There is good thoughts happening in there, but your brain is just like this highway of sometimes BS, and then we dwell on that BS and forget about the good stuff. So you have to start forcing the good stuff in there. You have to have the post-it notes, put a note on your phone, whatever it is. Be constantly reminded of the fit person that you are. You are that person right now. Thank you, everybody. That concludes my chat for today. I hope you found this helpful, and I'm definitely going to be diving in deeper on some things you can do to help with this, as well as go through the identity pyramid, which it was a huge. It's very big, and you know me, I go on rants, so I kind of just picked one part of it, the identity portion of it, to speak about today. But we'll go through it more over the next couple weeks and kind of dig a little bit deeper on how fitness is more than just exercise and nutrition. Thank you so much. Later.